I got engaged when I was 12 years old. What can a little girl understand? I knew that the king had a young wife, Doris her name, and a newborn baby. But father and mother thought it was a wonderful idea that one day I would be queen. After all, in our family, we don't marry out of love. Only out of interest. Even father and mother, who both had the same name, Alexander and Alexandra, are cousins who married just so my famous grandfathers would stop fighting. The pairing was successful, but the quarrels between grandfather Hyrcanus and grandfather Aristobulus only got worse. Father and mother remained married, despite their proud nature and sense of self-importance. It turns out that I, too, inherited quite a bit of this trait. I paid, and I will surely pay dearly for my arrogance. So, if the father and mother think it's good for a 12-year-old girl to be betrothed to the king, who am I to say that it doesn't suit me? To understand the story of my life, you need to know what is happening in the world, in those days of change. Empires, which seem to have been here forever, are crumbling. Just like with you, when you thought that the Russian or British or American Empire would be here forever. New empires arise and are led by people who are confident that they are God's appointment. It is very difficult to run a country in such a situation. You have to make decisions every day. Who are you loyal to? Who do you support? And hope you get lucky. Or as you say, change is the only constant thing in life. And my husband was both a political genius and very lucky. Well, he had someone to learn from. Unlike my father, Alexander, who thought that military strength and titles of nobility and honor would bring him success, my father-in-law Antipater was wise and had rich political experience. This man managed to go through the drops of dramatic changes in the world and stay dry. Here is one of many examples of this wise man. As with you, 48 was a very significant year for us too. Pompey and Julius, two leaders, experienced military men, embarked on a mini-world war between them. My father-in-law Antipater has always been Pompey's man in the East. But now that Julius has won, and Pompey was dead, he had to quickly find a way to Julius's heart. Fortunately for him, in those days, Julius and Cleopatra were besieged in the royal palace in Egypt with an angry mob around them. Antipater came to their aid in Egypt, leading 3,000 trained Jewish soldiers after him. In addition, Antipater convinced the Egyptian Jews to support him and defeat the opponents of Caesar and Cleopatra, and thus the lives of the royal couple were saved. In gratitude, Julius appointed Hyrcanus as the high priest of Jerusalem, and Antipater as the guardian of Judah. This is how the families connected in a complicated and problematic relationship.